Okay, what's up, now, everybody? This is part two of the New Jersey, New York girl gentrified back down south again. The reverse Great Migration. Now the thing about it is that you have to be careful with a lot of chicks from the Upper East Coast because they will sometimes believe that a nigga down south is slow and subject to their games and shit like that. It's a handful of cats been played by girls from New York. Cause they were just dumbass country niggas, you know. I ain't no dumbass country nigga. You know, I always keep my guards up. It takes a while for me to let my guards just somewhat down with any woman. But here's the thing. A lot of these females, and a lot of these brothers too, they're now living lives that are so utterly and completely different from what they used to live in New York. For example, the girl who I met at work, who I'm somewhat talking to, right? She gave me some cotton the other day. I thought it was some cotton out of that's some cotton she bought. This chick lives like a half a mile from a cotton field. So it's funny. I was born in Mississippi, literally. I've seen cotton fields before, but we don't do nothing but ride past them motherfuckers. Like, whenever we in the deep country part of Mississippi, you know, we see it, but we just keep it moving. It's like the first piece of cotton that was ever picked by another hand and given to me, because it's getting kind of cold. My nose was a little bit runny, so she gave me a big piece of cotton. But that piece of cotton that was given to me by a female that was born in New Jersey. I think she's from, I forgot if it was Trenton or Camden. I think she said she lived in the vicinity of Camden, and shit just got too bad up there, and she got laid off, so she got some people down south, so she came back here. But being with her is like being with like I say, an Italian Rican. And see, what they do to maintain a high sense of individuality and their New York, New Jersey roots is to really just take what they typically did and talked and the way that they were in New York and really put that shit on steroids. It's that tone, that accent they got. Like, yo, son, it's like, yo, like, what are you doing, man? I don't like imitating people or whatever. I'm not that good at it, but, you know, it's this very high focus on clothing also, because up there it's cold as hell. Down here, you can show a lot of skin. So if you got body, you show your body. Up there in New York, it's so cold that the clothes you wear are part of your beauty. So there's much more of a focus on clothes. It ain't nothing to see a girl born in the South, in Alabama or Georgia somewhere, be a fairly educated, smart female who walks around in some Walmart clothes. Because Walmart do sell boy shorts. You know, she ain't got to go to the mall to find some boy shorts from the mall. You know, if she want to show her big stretch mark, dimpled up booty cheeks, and, you know, some little shirt, you know, one of these little $10 shirts, you know, she can get that from Walmart. But a lot of chicks from the Upper East Coast, I wouldn't care if she was just lounging around her house. This broad got to be lounging around in a Nike outfit, you know. You know, some Adidas pajamas. But in a sense, I think what's happening is this right here. There is something that at least appears to be positive that's happening out of this. And that is, they learned the lesson by being in New York and fucking around with bullshit niggas. There's something that you will hear. Now, I'm not calling my brothers up there in New York, but you know how black women are nationwide. I mean, they even are that way down south. You know, they prefer the thug, you know, the ghetto mandingo stud or whatever. But they realize, or they've come to the realization that motherfucker ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's time to put that motherfucker to the side. Because there's some of these chicks that are in their late 20s that are dating brothers that are about 45. simply because he got his shit together. He got him a crib, he got him a ride, and he comes to work every day. One thing I noticed is that they attach themselves for the most part to men who get up every day and work. You know, I mean, you could have stayed your ass in New Jersey or New York if you were just gonna be with a bum ass nigga and just live homeless with that nigga up there, and y'all froze to death in the middle of the winter. Their mindsets are a bit changed. I'm not gonna say absolutely yet. I don't know each and every girl at work who's from the New York, New Jersey area, but I do know this. A lot of them are going through you could very well say this is a spiritual time in their life. To be up there surrounded by buildings and moving cars, people everywhere, and to find yourself, you know, the area that I live in is a nice sized city for the South. It's like 300,000 people. But a lot of these females, they choosing to save money by actually living 40 and 50 miles outside the city. And they moving into basically trailer parks, little black trailer parks and little isolated homes, where she's now surrounded by cornfields, trees, hills. One thing that a lot of them told me is that she's never breathed so much fresh air before. Now the thing of it is, you know, you live in some little country town, there's a lot of fresh air. There just ain't a whole bunch of people to breathe it with, you know. But it's just a totally different environment. One female said, I now observe and notice this for the first time in my life. Other than people, I'm living around things that live and not things that are mechanical. In New York, New Jersey, you're surrounded by what I refer to as automated America. It's just electronic devices everywhere. There was a recent report revealed that there are more cell phones in both Africa and India than toilet bowls. People will, if given the option, they'll take a cell phone before a toilet bowl, you know. Cause they can actually make some money with their cell phone. You know, them Africans be on their grind. Them corrupt ass Indians too. But you know, living in this environment, like I say, the Upper East Coast girl is running into a totally different environment. And the key thing I hear from a lot of them is that it's very rigid here. There's very little flexibility. You're black, white, or Mexican. They do not make up all these different names for Hispanics. Mexican, Central American, Puerto Rican. No. If you speak Spanish, you're a Mexican. I wouldn't care if you were completely black. If you choose to speak Spanish all the time, you're going to get called a Mexican. That's it. Ain't nobody taking time to try to figure out which particular one you are. You're just a Mexican. Okay, well, he's a black Mexican. Okay, well, he's a mulatto Mexican. I'd be like, actually, that dude is Puerto Rican. No, I ain't. You know, the rednecks will tell you quick, no, I'm not trying to figure all that out. He's a Mexican. You know. Yeah, that's the deal, though. You know, there is gay people in the South, but clearly, according to them, not as many as in New York and New Jersey. But like I say, the chick I'm with, she's a cool girl, man. She got a big old booty. And see, that's another thing, too. You brothers from the Upper East Coast and from California, man, I ain't talking about y'all, man, but y'all have a completely Caucasianized perception of beauty. Y'all be calling sisters fat, man. The same girl who is subconsciously believing that she's fat as hell on the Upper East Coast, it takes her a while to realize now if she's big and she ain't got no shape, yeah, she gonna get called fat wherever she goes. But if she got a shape, if she got a body, you know, she gonna get the thick label. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. They gonna call her thick. And a lot of them are finding out that, hey, your bigness is appreciated. Anyway, this is your boy Vince Rashad, man. That's just been my casual observation of the gentrified New York, New Jersey girl back down south. The reverse migration is in full effect, even though it's happening at a slower pace than the migration to Harlem back in the 1920s. I'm up out of here, man. More videos to come.